What's going on, YouTube? I'm rather late getting to this video that I said I was going to do a while back and never got to. So I'm going to try to find the time. Hopefully it won't be too long. It'll be descriptive and to the point about a couple different knives that I have that are similar. This is all based around the Lionspy Spyderco collaboration and the Lionspy SR1. They're basically like those knives, like the Lionspy SR1. We have the Ganzo. Of course, this is not integral, but very similar in shape and look to the Lionspy version. This is the Ganzo. This is the Ganzo F720 in 440C blade material. This is the Lionspy clone. It's advertised as LMAX steel, but the seller said it was D2. And there's a couple things on this one that'll really stand out when I open up the other one. For now, I will set the Ganzo to the side. This is the Lionspy, the little Lionspy. You can see the difference in the two. This is an authentic version. And this is the Lionspy full size. So first I want to point out the difference between a real one and a clone. Now, to be totally honest, this could be a clone. I'm thinking it's the real thing. I did not buy it from a reputable dealer. And the guy said that I got it from, he thought it was a clone, but I'm thinking that there was a mix-up in some shipping somewhere, and I'm thinking this is the real one. Some of the main differences that I'm seeing in the clone and the real is the G10 scales are much more like the authentic. I know that the little Lionspy is authentic. I bought it from a reputable dealer, and you can see how the patterns and the cuts on the G10 are the same. So I'm pretty sure the large Lionspy is the real thing. Also, the makers, the maker's mark, the Spyderco, all the marking, the etching on the real one and the one that I think that is real are white. Bolster screws are the same. Everything is very, very similar in the way it's made. On the clone version, you can see that it's a darker Spyderco. And you can look at the marks on the emblems. They're pretty similar to the little Lionspy. But the main thing we have on the clone is this back frame, the non-show side. This is steel, stainless steel, and this is titanium. The roto block on this one is loose. This one is more, has a Teflon washer under it, and it's fluid. Works very well. The clone here does not have the hardened lock bar insert because it is stainless steel and not titanium. This being titanium, it has the hardened lock bar insert. The pocket clip ramp is to be desired on this one. It doesn't touch the frame, and it's not very much there. On this one, it has an upward ramp there to allow when you grab it and pull it out of your pocket, it gives you something to bite and pull from your pocket. It engages with the frame. It is also less sharp and pointy on the edges than the clone version. Very sharp feeling. While it will not cut you, it's uncomfortable to pull on out of the pocket. The cutout area here is not as nice. You can actually see some machining lines in here, and on this version you do not. The titanium, which the one I'm thinking is the real version, and you can see the difference in the lion steel there. The hardware, everything is, the seams are much more flush and uniform on this sample. It's a very solid knife. You can see that on the two different versions, you can see that the screw on the authentic is a little more polished and not as dull, and the ramp up goes farther up around the end of the blade versus this one is sort of cut off short. And you have two different seams here. You have a, I don't know if you can see that, you have a seam there, and you can see that this is much taller. This one comes more to a point, almost a glass breaker style, but it is not pointed. The hardware looks more authentic, and we have screws going through the G10 side on what I think is the authentic version, and pins on the clone version, and the screws on the back side. Now, while these screws here are T8 head, the screws on this one are T6. And on the little one, they're T6. Everything is just much more fluid and uniform. The action on this one is superb. The action on the clone is not bad, but you can see the blade finishes from one to the other is much better on the, what I'm considering the authentic one. I know without a doubt that this is the clone. You can see the seams, I don't know if it's showing up, the pins are not flush to the G10, they're recessed down in there. This one is just a tad bit proud, which I heard Lionspy had some issues with their pins not being flush, but that's an easy fix. You can see there is just a beautiful blade grind on this, nice and uniform. This one is more rubbed to the top. It's not as sharp and crisp lines as what I'm considering to be the authentic version. The pivot screw is sort of flat on this one, and it's more rounded on this one. Now, any guys out there who have an authentic can probably point out to me if this is a clone or a real. They might see some kind of a telltale item that I missed that would let me know that I got a clone. While I got an extremely good deal on this, even if I find out it's not a real one, I'll still be 100% happy with this purchase. I really, really like this. You can see in the little Lionspy, the two different versions, how the G10 is almost identical, just big and small. The markings identical, big and small. Blade shape identical, big and small. Everything is just so uniform. You can see there is a bolstered pin different screw. There is a difference between the one that I know is authentic. I have paperwork on it. I bought it from an authorized dealer. There is a difference on the pivot screws in this one. So it very well could be an aftermarket. I'm looking at things. Some things are a telltale, a hit or a miss. But you're looking at this, and of course I thought, well, this is a dead giveaway, the pocket clips are different. But from what I've looked at and researched, the little Lionspy came with this style clip, and the full-size Lionspy came with this style clip. So I was like, well, this is a clone, because these two clips, the big one doesn't have a clip like the little one, but this one has the clip like this. I'm not sure why their reasoning behind that, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's the differences in the little Lionspy and the big Lionspy and the clone Lionspy. Now, to give you some weights on the differences, it's not a lot, and that's what I don't like about this, because this free floats. It makes it to where the locking mechanism will go shut on you when you don't want it to. But for a weight on the steel version, we're looking at 192.2 grams, or 6.78 ounces. Now on the titanium version, what I'm thinking is the authentic one, we're looking at 6.9 ounces, so almost an ounce less. And 172.8 grams. So 172.8 grams on the titanium and 192.3 grams on the steel. Now on the little Lionspy, because it's a lot smaller in stature and it is titanium, it's 108.9 grams and 3.84 ounces. Now the solid G10 with the stainless steel liners, the Ganzo 720, it measures in at 6.76 ounces and 191.7 grams. So it's a little bit heavier knife than this, but this is G10 on both sides. And this G10 looks more like the clone G10, similar. You know, it doesn't have that shiny. The overall texturing is a little different. It's not as uniform, it's more random, but the sheen is there, like the clone. As in the sheen on these two, both of them look authentic. But China has gotten really good at making clones now, so there's no telling. Both the version that I'm calling authentic came in a nice Spyderco case, and of course, but I did not get a Spyderco box with this one. With the little Lionspy, I got the case, the knife, a box, and a tool, and I also got the tool for in the larger that removes the pocket clip and adjust the pivot in both the small and big authentic versions, or what I think is authentic version of the big one. The links on these two are almost, let's see, let me get my measuring device out here. So on a closed length, not including the screw for the pocket clip, on what I'm thinking is the real one, is 4.665. On this one, not including the pocket clip, is 4.639. So we're talking not quite 30 thousandths difference, shorter on what I'm saying is what I know is the fake one. A thickness, 593 thousandths on the known fake. On the possible fake, 613. So a little thicker on that one. On the known authentic little Lionspy, it's 525 thousandths, and a closed length 3" 974 thousandths. Blade length on the known clone, estimated, is 3 5/8. And on the one I think is the real one, (3" 580. So it is a little bit shorter bladed. Now that might be a dead giveaway there. But if you were to put these two tip to tip, it's hard to do, y'all. You see that is so minuscule. I might have measured it wrong, but just the overall appearance, I'm really thinking that either the clone people got this one so good, it's hard to believe. And then this one here is just so not up to par as far as the authentic version. It's crazy. But that's today's video, the comparison of the Spyderco Lionspy and the Spyderco Little Lionspy, and you can sort of see in relation, minus the hole, the similarity. And all these are similar to me in my eyes of the Lion Steel SR1 knife that's offered in many different variations. And I'll do some more in-depth reviews in the future of these knives individually, and you know, if you have any questions, to make sure to please ask. I'd say probably my favorite to play around with and carry, I love the Ganzo. It's just great. I'm not scared about hurting it. It's a great budget knife. I think I paid less than 20 bucks for this. It's a great knife. I think I did a today's carry video on that. I can't remember. Of these knives you have before you, because I do have the, what I think is the real one, could be a clone, and the real Little Lionspy. This one, the non-authentic known clone, stainless steel back frame, G10 front, in advertised LMAX. The seller I bought it from said it was D2. It could be 8CR MOV. It could be anything. It is for sale or trade. So any of my subscribers who see this and like it and would like to offer me a trade or a purchase, this would be up for trade. Selling value, trade value, I'm looking at 70 bucks, and you know, reasonable offers plus or minus. I'm willing to take, you know, I'm willing to talk. I know what I have in it, and I know what I need to get out of it. And I have a knife channel to support. I'm trying to keep content coming. I'm trying to grow my channel. And as you guys know, knives are expensive. While I have a lot in stock that I have had, I continually buy knives because I have a knife addiction. And with these current times, it's rough everywhere. Everybody's suffering, and I realize that. But anyway, yeah, if you're interested in trading or buying this clone stainless steel G10 version of the Spyderco Lionspy, made by some Chinese clone company, it is for sale or trade. Please let me know in the comment section. I can get you my email info, and we can go from there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hope y'all have a great Saturday afternoon. God bless. And that's it for today. Remember, stay sharp. Bye now.